Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Five Gems. I'm Etra Flowers.
Hi everyone, I'm Crystal.
Christina Minor.
Hi, I'm Juanita Green.
Pia Jackson. Miss Jackson, if you
Miss
Jackson.
Yes. To,
Got it right this time.
yes, you did. Since we had an amazing couple of episodes where we talked about love and relationships, and we had our infamous closeout with the fellas, with the Battle of the Sexes episode, the last topic we left off on was natural hair, if y'all remember. And today I thought, why not discuss natural hair the way we know it? Considering, like I think I mentioned in the last episode, that we are all natural. At least we try to consider ourselves natural. We'll touch on a couple of misconceptions about natural hair, but we all consider ourselves natural, and we know that being natural is not an easy thing. That's the reason why we asked the guys that question, because it can be very, very frustrating and and confusing. So I want to ask y'all, what made y'all decide to be natural?
I'll go first. Hi. I went natural because the only reason why I was getting relaxers was for my edges, to keep them straight and to take down the frizz. I was only getting them twice a year. It wasn't like a every 6 week period like most people I know. So eventually, when I just let it go, I just let it go.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I want to go back when I walk outside and my hair blows up, but I
What about you, Steve?
For me, it was more about having a choice. Like my entire life, I felt like everyone always made that hair choice for me.
Mm-hmm.
From when I was younger, I had traumatic stories for my hair. I'm not even gonna put family members out there, but I've had a lot of traumatic, situations with my hair, and I never got a chance to know how my hair looked. Like since I was maybe 6 or 7, I didn't know my consistency, the texture, anything.
Mm-hmm.
So I was really, really looking forward to getting back to seeing what my hair was.
Mm-hmm.
And it took me a while. Like I had been contemplating this decision since I was in college.
Okay.
So I was happy maybe 8 years ago when I finally decided to do it.
What about you, Chrissy?
So with me, it's a little different. It's not as deep. But I only went natural because she was natural. So
You ain't want to be left out.
yeah, so I think I went natural in like 2007. Yeah. So that's when I got my last perm.
Oh, well then I'm
Yeah.
longer than 8 years.
Yeah, you are.
wow.
I was sitting there
You
looking
started
like,
out-
no.
Yeah, Crystal, you started out first.
I did?
and
Yeah.
I was like,
So-
Bishop.
Okay.
So that's why I went natural, because she went natural. So her deep reasoning for going natural is the same as me. Yeah.
For me, I had like one last bad perm, and it was just like, I'm over this. Like, it burned here, and it took hair out here, and I was just like, I am so over getting perms. I'm not going back, because I went natural, and I was natural, and then I went and got my hair perm to start my corporate job search.
I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
And I got like a perm to start my corporate job search, and yeah, and the perm just no.
Yeah.
I mean, when I first went from natural to the perm, it didn't go bad. She put like a virgin perm. It did what it did, but you only do that for so long when you start back, and now you gotta
Right.
get back to the real perm. And so that happened, and it was just like, we're still trying to get it to come back, and so no.
Yeah.
So that was it for me, and I'm like, I'm over this. I'm done, and been natural ever since.
Yeah. I would say, like, for me, the natural process started for me when I started undergrad for college. It was mostly because literally all my hair fell out in one spot. and it was so sad. My dermatologist, he was amazing because he said, you know, girl, you have eczema. You can't be putting these chemicals in your hair. And literally, I'm walking around with like a patch in my head, and I didn't even know what to do. I was so confused. So the best thing for me mostly is like I started researching like crazy, and I decided like, okay, I'm gonna wear braids or I'm gonna wear sew-ins and just keep my hair concealed for now. And then once it started to actually grow back, along with, you know, medication, it was a relief because my natural hair story has always been a struggle, like a real life struggle, and it used to make me sort of kind of self-conscious about myself and my appearance. And now today I can honestly say that sometimes I am self-conscious about my hair because I am not like the best at doing hair. Like, y'all know me, I'll do some makeup in a minute, but when it comes to my hair, like, please just make it simple for me. But I still go through the necessary steps and buy all these different products like many natural hair junkies do, and to try to get my hair manipulated to how I want it to look.
Go to Crystal House.
Girl,
I don't buy stuff. See, good thing about living with her.
but y'all know, like, I asked y'all for y'all opinions, and it's more of, that's a good thing about our circle too. We have this communication where we can tell each other what we're using, what not to use, you know, just to help us in general with our hair, because I feel like our hair looks bomb all the time. But hey, I'm
Mine
just
may
a
not.
biased opinion. Yours don't? What you say?
Not all the time. I
Girl.
ain't gonna lie.
But yeah. What about you, Pia? What are your opinions about how you wear your natural hair now? Because I know we go back and forth about the whole, you know, protective styling and stuff like that. And me and you, we wear our hair straight, probably the most out this group.
No.
Chrissy,
Oh yeah, Chrissy cut your, well, yeah, you just cut your hair, so you do wear your hair pretty straight. But you've been trying to experiment with the curly styles, the curly short styles.
Yeah, but it's not working out. So that's why my hair is like this, and I'm going back to a sew-in until the summertime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you prefer it to like figure out the curly, because you cut your hair and it has this shortness or whatever? Would you prefer to figure out something to get the curliness going right for you? Or?
Yeah, I will. I'm actually gonna try and cut my hair a little more on the side. So once I do that, I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to cut my hair so bad.
I am in response to you, I am the straight hair,
Yeah.
natural person. I have never been that I want to wear my hair big because, like I said, it can rise to volumes if it wanted to. When I went natural, my natural phase was not because I wanted to just have the fro or have the curls, because I still got my hair straightened. Crystal introduced me to an amazing beautician that I still have. I love him. But I still do everything with my hair, and I've learned over the years, like in the summer months and the spring months, I have to wear protective hairstyles. I wasn't always for them until I felt like I was wasting my money getting my hair straightened because it wouldn't last as long as it would in the fall and the winter.
Child.
I will say this. I have become, last summer I wore my hair mostly in like a ball on top of my head with like the curls sprouting out because that was the easiest thing to go to other than crochets and braids. But yeah, that's my journey.
Yeah.
Oh, and also learning that my hair and certain products just don't work. I tried all the natural hair products and they turned my hair hard. So it was just like I had to experiment in other genres of hair products that others could use and I can't.
Yeah. I like what you were just saying about the whole seasonal hairstyles. I'm a seasonal straight person, so I know once possibly May hits, you know, it's gonna be a change of humidity and all this moisture in the air. So therefore, I know this will have to go. I remember one day maybe in November, I tried to straighten my hair. And I walked outside and got in my car, and my hair was completely different hairstyle than what I than I left out in. I was like,
So pretty in the bathroom.
right. I was like, dang, it's just a whole hour just went down the drain. But I am more conscious of how often I straighten my hair too.
Yeah.
And I think we were talking about too how in the natural hair community, it is this debate about people that wear their hair straight and whether they're actually natural or can be considered natural. How do you guys feel about that?
I have one of my college friends actually told me, you straighten your hair too much, there's no way you don't have heat damage. So me and my roommate at the time actually took my hair and I washed it and everything turned back curly. Like, honestly, I don't straighten as much. I used to straighten at least 3 times a day in the summertime before I got to the point that I was just like, you know what, I'm doing it too much. But I didn't grow heat damage until I like probably colored my hair. After this, like, if I do it now, it'll still curl right back. I don't have heat damage.
I have heat damage now, but I cut my hair, so I have to straighten it way more than what I'm used to. So that's why I have it.
Because it's very short.
Yeah, it's really short.
So that's a
It
difference.
would look horrible if I didn't straighten it. That's why I try and figure out other ways. Especially now, I have to get up for work at like 4 in the morning.
Right.
So nobody trying. Nobody trying to do that.
Yeah. And I'm grateful for y'all because I can actually say, hey, y'all, can somebody braid my hair? Or can somebody, suggest a style? Because I remember that one time when we went to New Orleans and I actually twisted my hair similar to yours right now. That was a struggle. I literally did my hair for possibly 8 hours. And tell them how long it took you to do your hair.
This time, probably 5 hours.
See, 5 hours compared to my 8 hours. This just goes to show you how I am not versatile in doing hair. They were super big. It probably was like 30 in there.
But see, that's the difference. Like, I commend like Crystal and Juanita and Brandy. She's not here. I can do hair. I don't have the patience to, and then I have carpal tunnel issues. So once this hand give out,
It's over.
And this one right here does too.
So my struggle on that is because I have natural hair and like my roots grow fast.
Oh,
I refuse to go and pay.
that's horrible. Look
somebody.
at my hair now.
Yeah, I refuse to go and pay somebody $200 to put some twist in my hair, to put some anything that in 2 weeks or 3 weeks, I'm going to have you come and fix the perimeter or something or other, and I have to pay you $200. I can't, no.
Yeah.
So I went on YouTube, and I watched these women, and they did it, and if you can do it, so can I.
Right.
And so I watched them, and I can twist my hair. I can put a faux lock in my hair. I can put these buns up. I can do a fro hawk. I can do a mohawk. If I can learn it on YouTube, I can do it. I don't have my straighten hair struggle is that I don't do it enough. So
you do have to train your hair.
yeah. So
Yeah.
because I don't straighten my hair enough, when I do straighten it, it's always me cutting it.
And then
Because I have to go to the shop and they gotta straighten it and they gotta look at all. This is where you should have been coming to get your ends clipped and you didn't. And so, because if you do, when I wash it and I'm wearing it natural, if I don't cut it, if you don't clip it or whatever, then the styles that I'm trying to achieve won't look right.
Yeah.
They won't look right. And I like the fro hawk look, and I can do it on my own hair if I get my ends clipped right and it'll style right. But if I don't, it's a struggle, and that's my struggle. I don't straighten my hair enough. I don't think that people understand that even though you're natural, you still they frown upon straightening your hair because you're supposed to be natural. Why are you straightening it? But you have to straighten it. Right. You have to straighten it in order to to get it to go right in some styles.
For me, with straightening my hair, I don't do it as often. I think I've done it maybe once a year from the at the beginning, I was going to my hair guy, the Egyptian, who was straightening my hair like every few weeks.
There's a discount as many people as she's recommending.
Oh my gosh, we're not even gonna go there. But yeah, I was getting my hair straightened every few weeks, and then I started getting heat damage, and I was like, oh, okay, wait, let me step back from that a little bit. So then I started doing more curly styles, more natural styles. I started experimenting with things a little bit more, and then I was like, hey, I actually like how my hair looks curly. I like it big, you know. And then when I did get my hair straightened, it was usually just to get my ends clipped. It was just like, okay, well, I don't really like myself as much with the straightened hair as I used to. I like my hair
Big.
wild and big and crazy, giving off that Diana Ross, that Shaka Khan, you know.
That's a good point, though, right?
That's my Gemini breakdown. One day I want to be straight, and the next day I want to have big hair.
Yeah, you changed.
Yeah,
You've changed your mind in a day.
I change all the time with it. One day I want to be big, the other day I want to be like straight, and sometimes I hate when it's too straight. Like I'll pray that the humidity like gets to it so it can at least like fluffing out some.
Yeah. And I also was just thinking too, see, you're starting your journey into sister locks too. And it's funny because Crystal has literally been talking about these sister locks, and every time she's like, that's my new goal for 2017. That's my new goal for the summer 2017. So it's cute because, you know, to have like a hair goal, that's amazing.
Yes.
And to be working towards that hair goal,
That's dope.
that is so dope. Like, I don't even have a hair goal. I just be like, please, Lord, just don't let nobody talk about my hair today when I wear my afros, because y'all know how I am. In the setting of a university setting, especially higher education, you have people that are curious about your hair, and they want to know more about your hair. But you don't want to talk about your hair all the time.
You don't.
It's sort of kind of, you know, it gets redundant, and they ask questions like, how did you get your hair like that?
How long? How many hours did that take?
And you're like, this is
The
my
questions.
natural hair. But then when you wear extensions, oh, is that a weave, or is that like what do you call it? Extensions. So you get all these questions, and they're always at inappropriate moments.
Yes.
What are some things that you guys hear on the normal basis about questions about your hair from your coworkers or? Oh, oh yes. Let's. Yes.
What?
Go ahead.
When you went to work with this?
Oh yeah, I went to work with my hair in a bun the other day, and they was like, "Oh, that's so cool. That's so neat. I
Right.
wish I can do that." And at my second job, the girl was like, "My hair is long, but when I put it in a bun, it just shrivels up like a little bun." I'm like, "Okay,
bun.
I'm sorry,
Right.
That's what a bun.
but it's not as big,
I
and
know.
her hair is long."
Because right now you have it in like faux locks for now.
Yeah,
So
yeah. So
I
that was
have
funny.
it's like for black people behind the counter, and I don't know if it irritates them, but it irritates me that if a customer comes back, they're like, oh no, you're the one that helped me. Cause you, like, one time all of us had braids, and they were like, no, you were here. No, I wasn't here on a Tuesday. Are you sure? Yes, I'm sure. All of us don't look alike because we all have braids. Or I feel like it's so funny when we came up with this topic. I don't know if everybody else went through this, but I felt like all the hair questions came out in the last like 2 weeks. My coworker came in. She's with child, so she's just like, wherever my hair fall, this is how I'm going to do it. She has her hair in a natural mohawk. And my coworker is just like, why don't you have your hair straight? It's prettier straight. And Pia gets her hair straight, but then she comes in with braids. But then she comes in with this. She was like, y'all have so many different hairstyles. Why you just won't leave it straight?
Oh.
Y'all.
I'm like,
That's interesting.
Oh, I got that y'all before. I was working out in Lake Forest, so it was like two of me in the company, and this one lady, she was from Wisconsin, so I rotted my hair, I think. And she was like, oh my gosh, I love your curls. And so it was 3 people on our team. All 3 of the ladies came around the desk like, oh my gosh, your curls are so cute. And then the older lady, she was like about 60. She's like, I don't know how you guys do it. I don't know how y'all get your hair so curly like that. How can I do it? I was like, get some rollers and roll it.
Right.
See what happens.
Yeah, sometimes it can be that simple.
Yeah.
Yeah, because one, like this professor I work with, she is amazing, and she always talks about the fact that you know, she considers herself Creole, and she always said, like, when I was younger, my hair used to be just like yours, or you know, just as curly and all this other stuff, and then she went through a illness which made her hair convert to straight, and it's not as thick and it's not as long as it once was. So she says anything that she can get is amazing. So with that being said, she'll ask me, like, how do I get my hair like that? And it's sometimes people overhear her, and it'll spark a whole other conversation about how just they ask me, has anyone ever said anything bad about my hair? I don't know why those type of questions come along. Or one time somebody actually asked me, can I touch it? Mm-hmm. And went to grab for it. I'm like, no, not yet. I don't even let my mama touch my hair without some oil on her hands first, because it will unleash a whole nother situation. So it's just, you have to be mindful of what you say to people, especially surrounding their hair, because that's a sensitive subject. It is.
I don't go through this anymore.
And that's surprising.
I do not. I switch my hair up and all the time. Mm-hmm. And I go through, I like your hair, or I like that on you, or something like that. But I don't no, I don't. And I have a coworker who switches her hair all the time. She is a natural girl as well. She has long hair, but she'll blow dry. She'll wear in a ponytail. She wears weaves. She wears wigs. We joke about her all the time, because she'll have a hairstyle and we'll be like, you won't have that 2 weeks from now, whatever.
Right.
And we joke about it. Like, we openly talk about that we wear weaves, or we openly talk about it, and nobody chimes in and says, let me touch your hair, or none of that. And there's at least 4 of us in my area that are all natural, and we have no issue with this. Like, no one says they all like, I like your hair. One of the girls, she recently cut all her hair off. She has she wakes up in the morning and brushes it if she feels like it. That's how low she cut it. And nobody has said anything to her. Like, they all were like, oh my goodness, I love it, you look so cute, or this and that and other. But it was not like and she may walk in there next week with a wig on, because she wears them. But no, I don't have this issue at work at all.
I think in my current job, I don't have that issue like I did in previous positions. So it's been a lot easier. And I think people are used to me coming in with different styles. They call me the little diva at work. They're like, oh, Crystal. They're like, you're our superstar, you know, because they love...
They just, about me too, Crystal.
Yeah, they love my, like, they love when I come in.
I'm called the princess.
But that's why I'm glad you mentioned the lock journey, the micro locks. Let's get the word.
Yes.
Yeah, can't say sister locks. So the micro locks, just starting that journey, even, you know, it's taken a while, but I'm excited about it because it's going to teach me, you know, discipline, and I won't be changing as much. And I'm ready for the journey. So I just have to say that.
It's too amazing how the length of your hair right now. Yeah. Because you know how most people, they have to, you know, start over. Like, they're either like cutting, I'm not going to say most people, but some people I know, they're cutting their hair trying to get into the process. And you've been natural for so long to the point where your hair is an amazing length. And and
obviously.
And you know, it's just great that I totally commend you on your efforts and you're staying faithful to this journey. So I love that.
I'm nervous.
Don't be nervous, girl.
I support people that get locks of any sort.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
At any given point in time, like, I pushed my mother-in-law when I first met. She's like, I want to do it. I think my son courage to do it, but she was afraid in a sense. And I'm like, I wonder why she's afraid. I wonder, is it the job situation? Or, like, are you afraid it won't lock as fast as theirs did? But I feel like as long as you have that qualification that you do your job, I feel like that should matter. Your hair should not matter in the workplace. But I support the lock journey. Keep going. Do amazing things with it. Like, keep going. Let it grow real long, too.
Yes, please do.
Don't cut
Rasta though? Really? Really?
I feel like she having a moment.
She is. She over here whispering. So, Nita, I want to ask you a question. I remember a little way back when you were so intrigued with these goddess locks. And I know you made comment about getting locks yourself.
We support that one, too.
We do support that. What's slowing you down from doing that?
So my lock situation is corporate. I mean, I know that in order to make the moves that I want to make at my company, that having these locks won't get me there. You know, I do pretty good with the work that I do and everything, but there's always an appearance issue. Now, if I got them once I got where I wanted to go, then it is what it is. But that's my journey in it, why I haven't done it. But I think that now that I'm on a different path, once I get my 2-week notice, then goddess locks it is. I mean, I've actually put them in my hair. I watch my YouTube and I put them in my hair. So I know, I love them. I love having my hair locked anyway, though. It looks, I like it. But, being on my corporate journey, I mean, I still have bills to pay and make money to support family. But as soon as I get my 2-week notice, though, which is coming soon, I'm claiming that.
Yes, claim it.
It's definitely where I want to go.
Right.
It's not. I mean, it's something I'm going to do. So,
Right.
yeah.
I can only say for me, when Christina and I were in elementary school, it was like this one girl, and she was one of my close friends, and she had locked her hair at an early age. And
You talking about the one that took her locks down?
yes,
Oh my God.
yes, she took her locks down naturally, and I love this girl's hair. You do.
I remember she took her hair down when I was in dance class.
Yes.
I
Oh,
remember
I think
this.
I know.
Yeah, and it
I
was
was
like,
just like, I didn't know you could take down locks.
I never knew you could take down
You
locks.
can.
Yeah.
And then when my little cousin, y'all seen, I bring my little cousin to church. She's 9 now, and she decided around age 4, she wanted her hair in locks, and it's done amazingly long, and the things her parents let her do to it is beautiful. But it was just, it seems like now more kids are getting in touch with locking their hair and making their own decisions about their hair. I see more kids, doing
self-freedom.
self-freedom, but there is a lot of hate in schools regarding kids and their hair. Like, I work with people who have said that their granddaughter or their daughter was in class and other kids have cut their hair because either they were jealous of the length or just she thought she was all that because her hair is long type situation. Or they said one little girl actually told the principal that she didn't like her hair. The girl, the black child in her class, she didn't like her hair, so that's why she cut it. How do you feel about that?
I wish somebody would cut my child hair.
Something like that happened when I was in grammar school. Like, took those school scissors, cut the girl hair ponytail off because it was too long. It's like, wow. But far as freedom, I think kids should do. I honestly feel like this day and age, like most my loves here have kids, and I don't know if it does something to them when they tell us like, oh, he can't have that hairstyle at school. Why? He can't have hair. He can't have braids. He can't have this. Why? So we're already developing children to be locked into a mind frame of this is what the world wants and this is what's beautiful and this is how it needs to be in order for you to succeed. Like, I don't even remember if we had that when we was in grammar school and high school. Like, you couldn't wear your hair a certain type of way and boys couldn't do that. But I love my little cousin hair and I wish he could grow his hair back. But that's neither here nor there. But it was so dope and it makes him who he is. I love that he does that, honestly, with his little fro.
Baby fro.
So how I feel about this with the kids, and I think that's more so at kind of a mixed school setting.
No.
So my son goes to a school that's probably more predominantly black, and those girls and boys, I mean, you guys came to the school play or whatever. A bunch of those kids are natural, and they wear their fros, and the girls, they go from little short fros to big fros to twist, whatever, and you don't see anything about it or hear anything about it. She was talking about PMA mentioned of the schools telling you what you can't wear and can't. I went through that in grade school. I mean, I went to Catholic school, so you had to present your hair in a certain form. Not the girls per se, but the boys. Yeah. You had to have a low haircut. You could wear a fade, but not anything extravagant. You couldn't have the little lines in your hair and this and that and the other. When my son went to pre-K3, we had to cut all of his hair off because he could not have hair and he could not have braids. And I would have been okay with them saying no braids because I would have just let him wear his big hair and he would have been fine with that because he liked it. But their thing about it, what they said why, is because they're preparing them for the boardroom. This was their reasoning behind why I had to cut my 3-year-old's hair, is because they were preparing them for the boardroom, which in essence makes sense, kind of, but he's 3. He has a long time before he's going to the boardroom. Exactly. My son may not ever make it to the boardroom. That's the life I'm trying to plan for him. But the boardroom is why they said my 3-year-old could not wear his hair. And he had a lot of hair, a bunch of it. But that was the reason why. The current school he's in, he's decided to grow his hair back. I haven't had nobody talk to me or say anything about, his hair and the froze out. The boys at the school have froze. I haven't seen any kid at the school with braids, but I've seen the boys with froze. I've seen them with not necessarily mohawks, but a tapered look or whatever. I don't think that they can wear mohawks. I think that that's something else too that they don't like. But again, he goes to Catholic school, so they have an image. But cutting hair at school and these kids, I don't know. I guess it's the environment, because the kids at his school, they're not cutting hair, or even he goes to the YMCA in the summer. They're not doing stuff like that. He's been to 3 different schools, and I've never heard girls cutting girls' pigtails and anything like that.
I think it's about the environment, because like you mentioned for your son's school, you say you see the little girls with the natural hair, and I commend those parents. I think we have this mentality, which is why we all go through these issues, and why this whole natural debate is such a big deal right now, because seeing black women, mixed race women with this big hair is like a shock, because you're so used to seeing the straightened hair, and society has told you, oh, straightened hair is what's right. And then you have the other issue for little girls. So their parents, like I had my issue when I was a kid. Okay, let's just slap this relaxer on your hair at 7. So now your hair is going to fall out. Now it's breaking. And so now you have, because of genetics too. You have this one little girl who got a relaxer, and her hair turned out all down her back, and it's to her butt. This other girl got a relaxer. Now she has like these little extensions.
I love these little pinkies sticking out like extensions, like antennas.
Little antennas. So someone is telling this little girl, "Oh, your hair is so long and beautiful," and they're making jokes about this little girl because we're saying this is beautiful versus this isn't beautiful. And so these kids are going to school like, okay, now she thinks she saw that because her hair is long, and everybody's telling her she's beautiful because nobody's telling this little girl with her little antennas that she's
Well, you are part of the problem.
She really is.
I mean, you know,
Yes.
I'm sorry. But yeah, you know, they're not telling. I apologize, antenna.
You see antennas.
But you know,
Because they're out there.
yeah, I mean,
A bunch.
that was no better way to explain it. But
Not at all.
but you know, they're not telling this little girl that she's beautiful when you know you should say, however you do your hair, however you want to do it, is beautiful.
I agree.
Uh-huh.
I see the little girls at Emory School. I'm like, I love your hair. I make sure I say that. I'm like, I love your hair.
And they need to know that.
Yeah, I'm like, I love it.
Y'all know natural hair babies make my ovaries hurt to the point where I want to have a child so bad off the strength that I can make their hair look like mine. We can dress up together, more like this whole mommy and me type situation. That's what gets me motivated. But to even with his hair, he goes through the struggle because I picked him up before, and this boy's hair is all over the place because he's been rolling on the carpet, doing karate flips in the air, and I'm like, "What happened to your hair?" I combed it this morning, but it's again, but it also teaches him discipline.
Yes.
Can you just touch on what his dad had told him about his hair and him growing his hair though?
There. So when Emory, when he first had hair, there's like these curls, and it was less maintenance,
Right.
actually. And then we cut his hair, and now he's growing it back, and it's not bad. It's just tighter curls, and
pattern change.
it's thicker hair, and it eats oil, and it eats moisture, and everything gets. And his dad is like, "It's your hair. You do what you want to do with it, but you gotta comb it, or we're cutting it. Like, if you're not gonna take care of it, then we gotta cut it back off." Like, I mean, his dad literally grabs this stuff and like, "You see this muffin? You see this right here? Like, do something with it. If you're not gonna pick it, if you're not gonna," and he's like, "I need to put some moisture in it. I gotta pick it because and now, his godbrothers are 17 and 16, and they have like the tapered, the curly sponge. Well, they don't use the sponge. They kind of got the curly hair already, so it kind of does whatever. And this is what M wants. He wants this tapered, but his dad is like, "If you can't, you're 7. If you don't get up and you don't pick it, it's your hair, but we will cut it because you're not gonna go out here." Because Emory can't use the sponge. He's forbidden from using the sponge. Yeah.
What to like piggyback off of Juanita, what she said, this is the disclaimer for me. Me and Crystal went to an event, and there was a lot of natural hair people. There. And I know it wasn't just me, but it was Crystal. It was these 2 ladies that was standing in front of us, and their hair, all I'll say like this. When you were little, we were all natural at some given point in time. When your mother was doing your hair, she combed your hair. Do not discourage yourself from combing your hair. Like, it was
combing my hair.
I combed
horrible.
right. My mama combed my hair. I think that's the only issue I have with the natural look. Like, you just roll out of bed and you just go. It's lint balls in your hair. You ain't putting no moisture in. I hate the look. I'm sorry. It's horrible. I don't like it.
I don't want to hear about nobody rolling out of bed and just going.
It's
No,
bad.
I agree. I see this.
Like,
Yeah.
me and Chris was just standing behind, like, so you just came out to this social event like this?
Yeah.
Nothing. Just.
But what if? But I'm gonna play devil's advocate because my hair never looks the same the way I did it that morning.
But they was low cuts.
Okay.
It wasn't him.
I'm
It
leaving
was-
alone.
You can't fight that one.
No.
We saw a girl in the store like that the other day too. Like the girl she was with was natural and her hair was fine, but this lady she had stuff all in it. It's
Yeah, it was like
Horrible.
dust and
Does. Sheesh.
she just
it was the desert, the
first
valley,
antennas.
the mountains.
I want to ask y'all a quick question. Because recently, in the past month, I know that from us going to Essence Festival, while we were in Nowlands, we had the opportunity to go to a pop-up shop hosted by someone who is receiving a lot of flack in the media right now, and that was Shea Moisture. And we went to the pop-up shop. It was an amazing event. We had a great time to the point where they were coming to Chicago a few weeks later after we got back, and they opened another pop-up shop, and I pretty much bought every product in that store. But lately, it was an ad that recently came out about I guess it was about equality and natural hair, and Shea Moisture just pretty much changed their marketing strategy to target, they say everyone, but it was mostly people that were not of color. They had color. Some people had colored hair, but they weren't necessarily of color. And yeah, it was, but they did have some people that were of color, like in the background.
One girl was mixed, I think. The one with the curly,
Yeah.
curly
But at
hair,
the end-
she was like that
At the
was
very end when they had
Yeah, and we're gonna post the if the ad is, I mean, if we can find the ad and it's still up, hopefully they didn't retract it, but we're gonna post that on our blog. But I wanted to ask you, because I feel like we all at one point loved Shea Moisture. And do you see yourself continuing buying products from Shea Moisture, considering they changed their marketing strategies?
Whatever Crystal says, I go with that.
Go, Pia.
I will still use the product. Do I agree with the marketing strategy? No. But what I will say this, don't ever stray away from the people that helped you get to where you are. I think it's the company was sold to a white company 1 year ago. Do they know about black people's hair? No. Do the people that they hired probably thought this was the way to go? Yes. I guess working in corporate America, when it comes to certain ads and marketing, I can see their standpoint. Do I agree with it? No. Will I stop using their products? No. Do I think that they can fix it? Yes. The way certain people just off my Facebook went hard and ham that I know aren't natural, don't even use their products, like, oh my God, I can't. You don't even know what this is. You think because you used a piece of black soap that you know exactly what's going on, and you don't. Like, it takes a standpoint to, they knew they messed up, just like other companies in the past has messed up as far as trying to do the equality type commercial, and it didn't work. And they took the backlash. I feel like the people just need to come to the forefront, apologize, and try to correct the issue.
They did. I saw them put out something. They
Put out
said
an
they was
apology.
taking, but they said they was taking it down.
But I know the CEO, he had mentioned how this was more about equality, more than, separating, saying someone is better over the other.
Commercial said.
Yeah.
It wasn't about equality.
Yeah, when I saw the commercial, the mixed girl was saying stuff about like stuff being in her hair.
struggles,
Yeah,
those natural
like,
hair.
Oily
that
products.
was kind of rude.
And I'm all about diversifying your brand.
Mm-hmm.
Well, who was what you shooting in the gym? That's all I'm gonna say. No,
Like I
No,
said, don't
no, but-
take away from your base who helped
or
you
at
get-
least do something that like strategically do it. Don't just like shift
Right.
overnight.
Have a move.
Yeah, like
shift
make a
move.
plan. Or
But they did. They came up with a campaign. They said this was just the beginning of a campaign that they were trying to launch. And it just received so much backlash to the point where they have to rethink this campaign.
Did the advertising person get fired?
I don't know. You know they never do.
No, I'm sure they did.
It's gonna be somebody to get fired, but it ain't gonna be the main boss.
I think I'm on the fence.
Okay.
I think I'm on the fence. I get what they were trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly get what they were trying to do. Do I like the approach? No.
Mm-hmm.
But I get what they were trying to do. I think they were trying to open it up
Right.
for others to use it.
Mm-hmm.
Because realistically, the people in that commercial aren't using Shea Moisture.
Mm-hmm.
We are.
But you know what? I actually have coworkers that use it, and they're not, like a
Yeah, I don't. And
I
I
do
don't
too.
know a lot of them who will. Like actually, I do have an Asian.
Yeah, I have
Yeah.
an Asian and
person
a Puerto
who does
Rican.
it. Yeah, who loves the black soap and all of that, whatever. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, those could
So
still
I-
people of color though too.
Yeah, so that's a little
yeah,
bit
that's
different. But I get where they were going with it. Do I like the approach? Maybe not. So I'm on the fence because I really like this body wash and it does really well for
know.
me. And the curl smoothie works really well in Emery's hair.
Mine
so
too.
I'm like,
me and Amy got the same hair.
yeah, I'm like on the fence with it because it's like I found a product I like, and you know how we talk about this. Like this is
We
another
find a
question.
product.
Like finding products you
products,
like
Yes.
when you're natural are like, and we've been through product queen, Crystal.
Well, I'm the
We've been-
second product queen. Second product
No,
queen.
because Brandis.
Brandis
Oh,
is
yeah.
yeah,
one.
Brandis.
Brandis is the
Yep,
number one.
between
product-
Crystal and Brandis.
She's number one.
we
She
know-
passed it down to me.
Yes, we know what to use and what not to use. And it works. And it works. Like we started off when we started natural, we started off using Garnier Fructis as our leave-in conditioner. Remember? We
Yes.
love that.
But it still
I
does.
still have it.
I still love
I use it on M's. I use it on my hair. I still like and Garnier Fructis, and that's not for. I mean,
It's not.
I think they have natural products now, though.
And I'm happy you said that. Because somebody on Facebook, it's a guy and his wife, posted, he said, so y'all are mad because Shea Moisture did this. But how many of the products that you don't want to say you have at home has did the same thing and made products for us?
Like
Pantene came out with their whole entire color series.
Yep.
Nobody said nothing, but y'all mad because they opened the door. He was like, not one Caucasian person did a whole entire status and a short storybook about, oh, you left out all these white people that done sit up here and gave y'all a brand. So what do y'all feel about that? Do y'all think it's like a double-edged sword? Do you feel like he's right? I honestly, that's a good opinion.
No,
Saying
I saw
no
some-
white person ever came out and said Pantene left behind all they people that done, you know what I'm saying, built their brand. And
I did.
Pantene works for my hair. All the white products actually work for my hair.
I like Garnier.
I want to.
Pantene and Garnier works.
So since we're talking about this, also I'm gonna switch lanes a little bit. So what are some products that you guys live by and you have to have, or what are some brands that you feel are very helpful in your natural hair journey?
Okay, I'm gonna.
Oh, here we go.
I've used almost everything. As far as my hair now, it's gone through so much. With shampoo, I've fallen in love with the Garnier. They just have the moisture is just amazing for my hair. Now, I actually fell off from using Shea Moisture because it wasn't working with my hair, and I'm actually using this is old school Hawaiian Silky and Blue Magic.
Okay,
It's
girl.
working.
Yes.
It works wonders in my hair. Well, now my hair is half locked under this wig, but before, before that's what I was using, and it made my curls pop.
What about you, Chris?
Whatever Crystal used. But no, I bought the Garnier.
Yeah, you did buy that.
Yeah, I
shampoo.
buy that and she used it all. So it's like we're
We
sharing.
work.
Sharing is
We work
caring.
together.
Yeah.
What about you, Pia?
All Garnier products, Pantene. Cantu makes some stuff.
Oh yes, I
that
forgot about them.
I didn't know anything about Cantu.
Amazing.
Until
I forgot that.
I don't
yeah.
know what they did that was different from when I first started my journey, but my niece, when she came home, my sister had it in her bag and she can go back with it. But I kept those products because, like I was saying at the beginning, like everything that Crystal would use, I was using. It was stuff that like Afro AG or what's the Afro?
Afro G.
Rock, turn my hair rock hard.
No, Brandon didn't like that either. She gave
Turned our hair rock completely hard.
Yeah.
And
I
I
didn't
know
like Afro
people
G.
that live by that
Yeah, I don't-
product,
I didn't-
and I'm
it
just
don't work
like,
for
I
me
don't see
either.
how, but yeah.
I think that people sleep on Cantu though.
No, they do.
Cantu is. My son came home one day and I was like, This is when he had big hair, and I was like, "Your hair smells so good." I immediately called his auntie, like, "What did you put in his hair?" It was like, this was when like he was like 2 or 3, and I'm like, "What did you wash his hair or put in his hair?" And she was like, "Cantu," and I've been buying it. I use that on his hair ever since. So I use Cantu. We do use Shea Moisture, the Jamaican castor oil
Oh,
shampoo.
and the oils too.
Oh my God, that shampoo is great.
Mm-hmm.
We use that. I'm kind of old school. We still use Cream of Nature in my house.
Mm-hmm.
Lotions.
We
Lotions.
I think that people sleep on Mane and Tail.
I used to use that when I was
Oh,
younger.
yeah, I use
Mane
that.
and Tail is
I haven't used that in a
pretty
while.
good, but I still buy Garnier Fructis's leave-in conditioner. Brandis hooked me up on Giovanni or something like
Giovanni.
their
Mhm.
tea tree conditioner
Mhm.
is pretty good. Christina and I went to a fashion show, and in our bag was what was those products? Curls. Oh my God,
I
Curls.
didn't really
Is
look
it
in
Curls?
that bag.
Is Curls the brand?
I know what you're talking about.
Curls is
It's
the
like
brand, I
Curls, yeah,
believe.
something like that. It's
And
like
they-
different S's.
Yeah,
At the end.
and they had in
Oh,
that
yeah.
bag this
Yeah.
blueberry leave-in conditioner, and I used it, and oh yeah, we got a bunch of products.
From Dark and Lovely, their conditioner that they gave to us at Essence was amazing.
I didn't get no Dark and Lovely.
We got a
bunch-
bunch of
oh,
products.
girl.
Oh,
Like,
the Camilla Rose stuff.
The Carol's
oh my
daughter,
gosh, that was
too.
amazing.
Yeah, I was gonna say too. Like y'all know me, I'm always.
Oh, what's your new one you like?
I love Mayo Organics. It is
Oh, yeah, I heard about that.
amazing.
That's amazing.
I first started off using the hair pills because one, I forgot the other brand that was getting a lot of backlash, but this woman had started this organic line of products, and I moved from Carol's Daughter to Shea Moisture, and I still have to finish those products off, but
Right.
I love Mayo. I told y'all I had literally spent my whole check on Mayo Organics one weekend, and it was just off the strength that today what it did to my hair, because my hair does not retain oil; it just soaks it up, and and I look
wish I had those
totally.
issues.
I look totally different, you know. Again, it'll be dry by the midday, not even end of the day, and it was like the only thing that actually, you know, felt good. It smelled good, and I bought the shampoo, bought the conditioner, about all this stuff where I ended up loving these products over a course of a weekend. And you had mentioned Cantu. Me and Cantu did not have a great relationship, and I still cannot figure out why. I ended up giving away all my Cantu products.
Girl, you could have gave it to me.
I don't right. I needed that. I don't know if any of you guys have used Aussie before, but me and B like Aussie.
Oh yes.
Oh, yeah, I
we
used
had
that
me on
before.
Aussie's conditioner.
I had some of their
Love-
mousse. Their hair mousse was
Love
amazing.
Yeah, I had their
conditioners are amazing.
You guys were talking about Afro G, but that got me through my whole life
Girl,
when I was
please,
growing my
turn
hair
my
back.
hair
Wow,
rock.
so bad.
Turn my
I
hair
know.
rock hard.
But you put the what's the name? The protein treatment. Is that what turned your hair rock hard?
No, just
Oh.
the shampoo.
Oh.
And that's the funniest thing, because you say your hair soaks up oil. I have to wash my hair at least every once and a half week because it just gets so oily. It's disgusting.
Yeah. And I think too, we go off products we see on like YouTube too.
Right.
And we see like our hair crushes, and they wear these certain products that are using these things, and it motivates us to possibly try different products. I'm curious if you guys ever like tried a product that someone was using who had amazing hair and it did not work out for you. None.
I think mostly everything I've used, it's been pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to say one thing that I tried when Carol's daughter first started, getting this national attention. I had tried some like the hair milk stuff, and it did not do anything for my hair. Like it did not make it moisturized. I think it mostly made it a little bit more dry, but it gives out the whole perception.
Yeah,
of
that's the case. Yeah, that's how it was with Shea Moisture. That little whatever the orange label is, that's the one. That's the only one that worked for me.
the hibiscus.
All the rest of them doesn't do
I
anything.
honestly don't even think I have ever like really put the effort into trying Carol's daughter.
Yeah.
If I have, I don't think I've ever purchased it.
Right. Free products. or
Yeah,
something
free
like that.
products
Yeah.
maybe, but I don't think that I've ever purchased Carol's daughter. I'm sad to say that though. Like I've used the product because I've had like samples or something, but I don't think that I liked it enough that I continued on with it to go in the store and be like, I want this product.
Right.
I don't think that I have. I don't.
Oh, I mean, this is about to be a total jump. But I just thought about something when we were one of our last podcasts, well, the last podcast we did, when the guys were talking about how they like seeing the girls, with the natural hair and everything. And we were talking about when guys say we want a woman that's natural, but then they sometimes choose the woman with the straight hair.
Yeah, that's not natural. Cause y'all even know the whole thing about Kendrick Lamar has been out with the whole "Be Humble" video. How he said he wants a girl with natural hair, and it's like she has not as defined curls as most of us had imagined in our head. If we didn't see the video first, and we just heard the song, we feel like, okay, he's talking about like a big old afro, because you have your own interpretations of what natural is. And when it's not, when you don't see it visually what you expected, do you really feel like you should like blame people about their own like interpretations of what natural hair is?
See, that's the thing. I think we all have this vision of what we want our hair to look like and what it actually looks like, and it's just like, okay, we have to not look at other people as the definition of what is us, because it's not gonna at all be that way. I mean, like protective styles, we might be able to get away with it, but when it comes to our own hair that's growing out of this little skull, it's gonna be totally different than what we're seeing in our hair crush. We're like, oh my gosh, in 10 years my hair's gonna look like that. But no, it's not gonna work that way. But you have to be confident, and I feel like that's something that we've all grown to get, that confidence within ourselves to say, hey, this is my hair and I love it. And like I love, everybody looks so amazing with their hairstyles, whether you wear natural, straight, whatever, protective styles.
I think that, when you talk about people defining what natural hair is, everybody, they're going to have their own opinion of what they... I had an argument, a conversation the other day about me not being natural. So I have natural hair, but because I put the weave in it, you're not natural. I'm like, but my hair is natural. What do you? I mean, why is this? What's growing out of my scalp has no chemical. It has nothing in it. It's natural. Like I have these twists in there. He was like, but it's a weave. It's not your natural hair. You're not natural. Like you're having a conversation about being natural, and you're not natural. And I'm like, well, are we arguing about what's coming out of my scalp or what my hair is right now? And some men don't consider you natural if it's just not your natural hair out in a fro, in a whatever you've done to it, a twist out or whatever. They're not looking at it as you're natural. And I was just like, oh, okay. Confusion. Yeah.
Because I'm the straight natural, or I've colored my hair. I haven't did it in a long time, but I am an advocate of hair color. I honestly don't like. I had a conversation with my coworker, and she was just like, "Well, that's not your natural hair color." I'm like, "Well, that's not your natural hair color either. You're not a bleach blonde." But that's neither here nor there. But I like color. Honestly, we'll go back to it. Just haven't had the time to do it. But I've always had, and I think it's just too plain in my eyesight. Like, do something to it, make it razzle dazzle. But that's just me. But people think if you put a chemical, you just not natural. Period. And I'm just like, so what do you want us to do? Just put water in our hair
Right.
and keep going?
Juices and berries.
Juices and berries.
Juices and berries.
You had a question.
I had a question. I know a lot of times with my protective style, y'all know I'm the queen of this bun. When I can't do nothing with my hair, I will put that on in a second. But I have many black men have come up to me and said, "Oh my gosh, keep wearing your natural hair, sister." Blah blah. If a man ever comments on your hair and they think it's your hair, do you ever say, "Oh"? Do you just say thank you, or do you ever say like, "This is not really mine, but thank you, I appreciate it"? Do you ever?
Thank you.
You just say
Yeah,
thank
I go
you.
with the thank you.
Yeah.
It's so long and pretty. Thank you. I got it from 47. I always comment.
I
something
think I'm a
smart.
little too honest.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't.
I feel like I'm lying sometimes when they say stuff like that.
Thank you.
When I interviewed for my second job, I had a sew-in, and so my sew-in was like down here. And then when I went back, it was my short hair. So the store manager was like, "Did you cut your hair?" I was like, "No, it was a weave." She was like, "You're not supposed to say that. Just say, oh, I just cut it." I'm lying to you, and you can tell if I'm lying, and I'm a terrible liar, so I'm not going to do that right now.
Yeah,
So-
I feel the same because I'm always honest. Like, again, when people, always ask me about my hair, they'll be like, "Oh, did you cut your hair?" I'm like, no. Ma'am, those were extensions or something of that nature. But I don't know. And if something comes over my spirit, I be like, "Damn, I'm wearing my hair natural tomorrow," because I don't want people to actually think that, this big old bun on my head is my natural hair if it's really not.
I feel like guys know weaves these days.
No.
Like our bumps. Most of them do.
Girl.
But I just feel like thank you.
Yeah.
I'm pretty big on like just saying thank you or whatever. But
Pretty big one. This is a weave.
I mean, if I'm having a
Right.
conversation
I don't have
about
no
the
problem
style,
with saying it's the weave.
yeah, if you're having like a conversation about the style, then that's different. I start going and say, "Oh yeah, I bought this here," or "I ordered this here. This
Right.
wig is from here," or "I made this wig, like I made this one." So
Like you made this one. Krista makes wigs, y'all. Please.
Crystal does it all.
Get at her.
Side hustle.
Wig.
that's my sister too. Making a wig. I'm gonna figure it out.
Okay. Because we feel like it's amazing when we find great wigs too.
Yeah.
Me and Juanita, we'll be like, "I found this wig," like we really think it's amazing.
You have found some really cute
You
ones.
have found
We
amazing
have.
wigs. But I love this little natural hair talk we had, y'all.
it's been cool.
We never really talk about this amongst each other. We never talk about like we just think it's again natural.
Right. We're used to it, I think.
I always talk about my hair crush,
Who's your hair crush?
my niece.
Oh,
yes.
Oh, wait, let's talk about that before we go. Your hair crush,
Who's your
Tori.
Tori Hart. She has the amazing micro locks, sister locks.
Okay,
I
Nita.
stalk her.
I don't think I have one.
That's what I was about to say.
Yeah, I don't think I have one. I don't
Who's
have
yours,
one.
Pia?
She used to work for years, but she's
Oh.
not there anymore.
Gosh, yes.
Her hair is
was
like
awesome.
phenomenally amazing, and I love it. And when I go get my hair done, I make sure I walk past just to see her hair because it's just usually in a bun. And that one time she straightened it, I was just like, oh my god! But I don't even know what her name is.
Yeah, it's like she could do whatever. She could wear it.
It's
curly, fro,
so
straight.
amazing.
That's how my niece is.
She's
Like,
always
her
been my
hair
hair
is
crush.
always curly or straightened, or she put a weave in it, but her hair was long. She just cut it recently. So, but she wears the curly baby fro now.
Y'all, you know what?
Who's your hair crush?
Don't judge me.
Okay.
And when she see this, I hope she do not say anything to me. But Brandis is my hair crush. Like, I love
No, that's true. I
B's
get that.
hair and how
I do too.
just how she can,
We
you
can
know.
get her to love it. It would be amazing.
Right. Because every time she do it, I don't like it.
Her hair looks amazing every time.
Every time.
Like, what's wrong with you,
Never
girl?
trust her when she said her hair come out
Talk about
horrible.
some, I'm just upset. I couldn't get my hair right.
Yeah.
Upset.
Then she come out looking dope.
Wait.
Yes.
Like, you didn't get it right though.
Yes. Yes. Branda's
That's a
hair
good one.
is.
Picture just right now.
We're gonna have him on our blog. Branda's hair. Don't tell her we took him. But again, I appreciate y'all about this discussion because I think we do need to have this more often. Because I think in our community, we need to talk about natural hair and just the stereotypes. Because I feel
Right.
a lot of times, women. It's hard for us to embrace things because we're always being judged and criticized for
Oh my God.
how we look, and that's a whole nother discussion we'll talk about later. But again, I feel this was necessary.
Good. Yes.
Very.
Okay, y'all. Thank you.
I am not my hair.
I am not my hair.
I am not my hair. Okay.
I was trying to think of all the hair songs, but I can't.
But okay, y'all. Thank you for listening again. Do your kisses. Oh my God.
And words of Christmas. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
See you later.
Thank you.
Bye.